Okay, so today I will once again continue to try getting to rank 50. I want to get at least to rank 30 today, and this has been going okay, but it's sort of, I've conceded the fact that, you know, Friday's my normal day when I play this game anyway, but I'm conceding even for this month that I'll skip other categories if I have to on my other days to do this, just because I won't have enough time otherwise. And I didn't realize it would be this time consuming, actually, as much as I make fun, oh, the game is casual or whatever, which it is, and that's fine. That's not even necessarily a bad thing. I just didn't realize it would be this insane, because you are well, I guess part of it is just like I'm not using a meta deck because I don't have, you know, within my no crafting rule set, within my other rules, like I can only use what I've got. And so given what I've had, it's actually not that bad. Like, I've made the most of it. I always forget who I played as last, though. So I have to actually check my own VOD. But yeah, basically, I don't mind skipping my other categories to try to do this series. It's only going to be till the 15th of October. And so maybe it's sort of fitting to end in October because it's like a Halloween-themed game, kind of, with respect to, you know, the zombies or whatever, I guess, if you want to extrapolate that. But there's no real special meaning to it. I just was waiting for Bad Moon Rising, and then I said I would just try to get to rank 50 after that. I've only gotten 2 heroes because I've never gotten one from a pack, like 2 other than the ones you start with. So it's like, you know, I got Combustible a while ago, and then I got the Yeti. And even for that, I have a rule set. Like, I have so many rule sets, which people might find like, oh, it'd be annoying to play it like that. But it's actually, somehow it feels organic. Like, I love playing games like that. Even single player games, like, it makes sense because I'm watching ads on my own channel. I'm ad botting, view botting. But no, let's see what we ended off with. I assume I ended off on a win, but no, I think I actually lost. Or no, I did win. Wait. So I just barely got to rank 25? I thought okay, so I won with Super Brain, so I can keep playing as him. I must have lost with, I think, Combustible, or who? Yeah, I lost his Combustible, and again, even when I play against friends, I sort of count that. I just sort of rotate. Every time I lose with one, I just move on to the next one in sort of a fixed rotation, and so that just kind of gives me variety on top of everything else. So let's keep going with Super Brains. He hasn't done very well, given the fact that he has Bad Moon Rising and how much I like that, you know. But we saw one of the best ones we've ever had, actually, where we had 4 zombies out there at once, and we were able to do it, and maybe what I got from it wasn't the best, but I mean, obviously it's always going to be good. But that was just like very rare that I actually am able to do that, which you wouldn't think should be that hard. Just having 4 minions out there on turn 7, like, it's not the end of the world. Sometimes people will say don't play this on turn 1, or like you could argue because, you know, oh, what if they kill it? But you know what I mean? Like, I'm just doing it as a curved play. Like, I'm not going to just not play anything. But then, like, on turn 2 or 3 or whatever, I could have done it in combination with something else and guarantee the effect, right? So it's a risk, because if they play something and kill it, then you lose that legendary, and that might come back to bite you later on in the game. But no, like, card game expert tackles rank 50 challenge in this game with respect to, like, I'm not saying I'm like the greatest player ever in card games, but it would be a real shock if I couldn't do this. Although it may come down to a stale meta thing at some point, where like my collection, you'll realize it's just not good enough, even though I do have some really good stuff in here. You know, I was watching this Hell's Kitchen, and there's this girl named Jessica who's called a headhunter, like her job. I don't know what the fuck that means. I can think of an innuendo joke. Like, what the fuck is a headhunter in like a restaurant capacity? I have no idea. When you play a dancing card, do 2 damage to the plant hero. Oh shit, I'm gonna flag. Dancing evolution, we don't need to worry about that yet. Or you know what, I fucked up because I should have played probably the height thing in conjunction with that. So I played that in the wrong lane, and I probably should have done that. Like, it'll get saved by the block meter anyway, but the goal with this is just to try to get to the later turn, right? Just get to turn 7, get to the late game, and you'll be fine. Yeah, the few categories, you know what? The few categories that we will still make sure we do. I mean, I'll still try to do all of them, but whatever. We'll prioritize this over everything. So it's a good way to temporarily do that, even though I have sort of a fixed schedule. And I even put like a note on my channel schedule thing. But okay, let me see. When you play a dancing card, that's not really going to matter. It's +2/+2 and bullseye. You would just play it as like a raw stat value right now. But no, that was a mistake to play this here because, like, we'll just do it just for the sake of it. I definitely want to still keep doing Magic and Hearthstone on like Monday and Tuesday, Sunday and Monday. But all the other ones I don't mind. If I have to skip Chess, if I have to skip Smite, if I have to skip Throwback Thursday, Saturday, like it's okay for now. Like that was gonna be Battle on Games, Adventure Quest and stuff, which that was really fun. I got to make a series day like where I'll do that just for the card draw more so than anything else. Like where I do a dedicated permadeath series or hard mode series, because I just don't do that anymore. Because it's the sort of thing I like to do in like, not like one sitting, but I like to do them for really long sessions. Like I used to do like a 6-hour thing, or, you know, so it's a little weird to do it like, oh, I'll just play it for like an hour a week, one day, you know. But I could make that Friday after. No, I think I said I was going to make it Thursday though. That would be better. So every Thursday I could do that, like a committed thing. Like a first playthrough permadeath or something. Man, I really fucked myself on the height, huh? Because now I don't want to... Oh, you know what we could do, though, is... Wait. When you play a zombie here... So now that's fucked up because... I don't know what that means. Like... It won't work. Well, I better just do it to try to stay alive. But it won't work because when I play a zombie, I already played the zombie. So that's fucked up. You got to do it the next turn. Okay, the strike through is almost going to kill me. It's amazing that I even got this low, though. Like, what the fuck, dude? I didn't even do anything. Like I'm playing as defensively as I possibly can. There's nothing really different I could have done. Right, even if I get Badman Rising now, it's probably not going to be enough. Well, I mean, I could just try to finish them off more so, but... These stupid height ones, man, just make it seem like this is a height-focused deck. Does a bonus attack, so we'll get rid of that, and then whatever they play is going to have to hit me in the face. And so you're able to... That's the one advantage, I guess you could say, the way the turns work. Like, zombies get to go first, but... plants get to play tricks and stuff at the same time, whereas I have to wait. So let's say I had a lethal trick. I couldn't have done it. They get to do it first, right? Then I have to wait and then do mine later. And so that's fine. We don't really care if I lose at this rank because... you know, as soon as you get to a new rank. Why is it saying I have new cards when I didn't even get a pack lately? Like, what happened? It's just now updating that? Or wait, why is it showing 1 if I... Oh, it does... Obviously, it only shows what you don't have in there already. Yeah, I guess I just didn't really look at it because nothing was really new or exciting. But what you have is... Like, who would I really say has done the best in this? I would say Infinity and Solar Flare, even though I don't like them too much. They've done much better than I would have expected. Just give me a 2 so I can... I actually kind of want to keep this. I like the berry, but it often isn't very good value. Like, it doesn't actually do what I'm expecting it to do. It just sort of sits there and gets in the way. But no, you're in a position where Solar Flare and Infinity have definitely impressed. Wall Knight has been pretty solid, pretty steady. He like a rock. Super Brains has been up and down. He's been really good for periods. He's been really bad for periods. The Smash has been pretty steady. Green Shadow has been a little better than he's been in the past, but still not really what I expect given how amazing some of his cards are. Double Dark Matter Dragon Fruit and legendaries and all kind of stuff. And then obviously the Yeti is okay. He's been sort of similar to the Smash, kind of similar style of play and everything. Combustible is always the best, though. I would say he's my best overall performer in the whole playthrough, even though I'm not the biggest fan of him. And the reason why I say that is because he's so aggressive, or, you know, that's how I commit to playing him, that you can sometimes shock even the best decks. Right, it'll be over nice and quick, first of all, so it saves you time, whether you win or lose. But that's just like a basic aggro principle anyway. But... you know, which would apply to Solar Flare and Infinity too, the way I'm playing them. But the other point, so now I have more control decks than aggro decks even. This is actually okay with me, but I should sort of spread it out more. Do 1 damage to everything, I guess, is fine. Like, what you're doing is you're saying that the games will be over quicker, but also you can shock even, oh, this guy's got the best meta deck, but it takes him to turn 10 to do it or something, you know. But it doesn't matter because I'll just finish you off before that. That's your best chance of winning. That's always like a beginner player, you know, bad player, free-to-play player, bad collection, whatever it is, your best chance to win is aggro. I'm not going to beat them if we get to turn 12, whatever, because they're going to have way too many good value cards, and I'm just not. Or they're not going to be like the ideal synergistic setup. So that's the one thing you won't see from my decks, despite how good some of my cards are, and despite some of the matchups that I have won, surprisingly, against high-ranked players, whatever. You're not going to see much synergy because it's just sort of random stuff, right? It might be random stuff of high quality, but the truly top-tier decks that you would think, oh, you're going to get to rank 50, it would have to be something above, elevated, like, oh, you have like a pirate synergy, or you have like other, you know, whatever. Even with like the Smash, I have like a split. I have a couple pet zombies, I have a couple sport zombies, so like there's some synergy, but it doesn't make sense to do it like that. Why wouldn't you just commit to one of them? Because I don't have enough, of course. This dude I was even talking shit about, and he's gonna carry me. I can even heal him a little bit. Well, not just with that, but I meant with this. Like, really, why would he not be addressing it? He must just not have a way to deal with it. I almost want to do it still, but then again, moving it might not be entirely pertinent. See, the pace of this game has gone beautifully too, but this doesn't have team up. I mean, I guess you could just do this even if it seems dumb. They only have one brain left, so it shouldn't really make much of a difference here. So the berry that I was just saying, you often don't get value from him. That's what you got to do. Just talk shit about a card or a hero, like how I talk shit about Solar Flare, and then she goes on a 4 or 5 game win streak, or Infinity, just that I don't like them, or I haven't liked her from the beginning. Maybe it's like a contrarian perspective. The first episode I played this, people kept saying, oh, get Solar Flare, get Solar Flare, and you know, they're saying like, you know, how good she is and everything like that, and so I immediately maybe disliked her just for that, because she's being hyped up too much. Bro, how are you still alive? Like, seriously. What the fuck is going on? I'm trying to give this guy his moment in the spotlight, but this is just stupid. You could move something, but there's really no point. Deal 2 down. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that was at least a cool value for the berry. Now, the problem here is you have to win like 3 in a row, right, to get the little pseudo win streak to be able to get to the next rank. So it's fine if I win 3, lose 3. You could win 3, lose 100, then win 3, and you'd still be fine, because you're not going to lose the rank unless you do later on, in which case I pretty much will just concede the run. I don't know how all these kind of things work. Like, I've never gone this far in the ladder. Right, I never even attempted to do it. And sometimes people don't like when I say that in games, like, oh, I've never, but it's fair because I've never played long enough, right? Like, I literally would play like 1 hour a week every Friday, and that would be it, right? That was the whole series. So like, it's not like I was really trying to ladder climb. Even if I could, even if I had the best deck, whatever, right? It would have been impossible for me to really get too far. But the whole point is that this is my first time really putting in a lot of time where you could make a run. Now it's just a matter of whether I can actually get all the way or not. And beyond that, you have the simple ability to realize that, you know, it just comes down to time even now, whether I'll have still enough time to really push for it. But yeah, I've been fortunate though with my collection, so I won't really complain about that. Right, like I've probably gotten luckier than most people would have ever gotten in this same sort of free-to-play context. And I look at it as almost like a karmic justice that, oh, it's the game sort of giving back to me that I choose all these tough formats to do, right? Like, oh, I'm not crafting and it's free to play and it's the first playthrough and it's, you know, I'm not net decking, metagaming, I'm not doing all these things. And so, because I'm sacrificing so much, the game rewards me by giving me all these good cards, Dark Matter, Dragon Fruit, this and that. Right, so it's like a karmic justice of the universe. You reap what you sow moment. So this is pretty frustrating. What really pisses me off is when they, you know, they'll keep doing it over and over, where they'll have removal, so they'll never let me fucking get rid of it. I love when they play that, actually. That's one of my favorite comforting plays, because you might say, oh, they'll win in the long term, especially when I'm an aggro deck, but they don't win in the long term. They just get fucked because, you know, it's such a slow play. But against this deck, you could at least understand. We could do the thorns there, I guess. And so that would still save it. This guy is typically not very good value. Oh, here we go. We're going to do the reverse psychology like on the berry. I normally never get value from this. And the only way to really get value that I have is to give them more health, which is that little bubble thing that we just saw, right, where you can move it and give it 4 health. There's nothing else really that would, you know, you'd have to have other buffs like that, which there aren't too many as Wall Knight, or at least not many that I have. He'd almost be better for me with with Green Shadow, because I have so many buffs in that deck. You can do this, and then you can do this as well, so I don't know whether... I kind of want to put it here, just again, you want to cover all your bases, relatively. And nobody ever really does, like, an aquatic attack, either. It always feels, like, sort of underwhelming in terms... Oh, shit. Right, like, nobody really has shown me, like, a full aquatic deck where they have every single amphibious thing in the game. Or that would have been my keyword addition if they added more cards later on. Like, oh, they would have... you would have added aquatic, which means they'll be better quality than amphibious, but it means they can only be played in the water and they can't be played anywhere else, right? And it could add an interesting interaction to that one water environment where it's like that counts as being in the water, right? So you're making like one of these lanes like that, obviously. Gets +2 when hurts the playing here, conjure a card. There's nothing else really for me to even do, so... So we have the invincibility, but here's the problem, that the pace of the game is going to be so slow, so certain matchups are just not going to favor me that way. Losing to a fucking kangaroo. Kangaroo rider, when hurt, bounces kangaroo. This is literally, what's his name? Stars. One of my viewers from Australia. That's literally him. Riding a fucking kangaroo. Can't wait till you see a big fucking spider when you wake up. Like, that's the one thing that scares me about that. Not that that doesn't happen in other places like the American Midwest or whatever, but, you know, like, I don't want to live in a place where I could wake up with a big fucking spider on my head. It's like, oh, you have arachnophobia, haha. It's like, dude, you don't need to be afraid of spiders to not want a big fucking hairy spider around you. Like, you know what I mean? That's just like a normal thing that you wouldn't want. Arachnophobia is like, okay, there's a little tiny spider crawling on the table. Like, okay, who cares? Right? That's normal, but... Let's see if the berry can be my MVP again. This is not going to be the best value play, but then again, based on what they play, so I just kind of have to ignore that lane. Play something big, like with a gravestone, like a 10 cost, yeah, a 9 cost or something. Which there is no 9 costing in the whole game. It's all just... That'll be a bounce this kangaroo moment, which I don't want to do this, but... Or no, it won't even bounce it, though, because it'll die. Armor is such a satisfying mechanic, but you... Oh, here we go again, dude. You do it twice. I'm gonna bust a nut at this rate. Ha ha ha. But basically, you're able to... Fucking deadly, though. If only this berry could actually do something. But no, I was saying how much I love it when they play that card because it's so slow, but I didn't realize, obviously, this is the worst deck to do that with. You know, they did that, but it doesn't matter because... Oh, I don't know. The zombie hurts the flower, destroy that zombie. The reality is none of this shit matters because it's too slow paced. I can't do anything. Yeah, it wasn't really worth that much even to be able to use that. It's just giving them too much of a run of the mill, like where they can do whatever they want because you're letting... Oh my fucking god, dude. I asked for that card and I get it, bro. If only the berry could have done something, man. Simultaneous block meter, we could totally do this. But it won't get to attack this turn then. But it'll survive. I don't know. Like, it'll end up dying to whatever they end up doing. And I love when this gets an attack value because it's totally fucking useless. Right? You're never going to actually get anything. It won't actually ever do anything. This stupid-ass environment, I can't do anything about it. Okay, that one also isn't worth very much, but I guess at least it gives the impetus to hit him for 5, and he's almost dead. And in fact, the strike through may very well work out here anyway, especially with this. But no, this is such a good value thing to tear through team up. It's like my hard counter, this environment. Because you're going to have team ups, you're going to have the nuts, and they're just going to fucking roll you over, and there's nothing you can do about it. Oh, come on. The 1... No, I was getting... Okay, never mind. I was going to say he's going to come back with 1 HP. We get 2 in a row with Wall Knight. Very nice. I want to get to rank 30 tonight, but let's see if we can even remotely keep up with the pace that I'm trying to do with this. Like, we're halfway there, and it's not even halfway through the month. But the problem is, as soon as you get to rank 20, it gets way more difficult because you're losing these stupid ranks back and forth every time you lose a game. And so what you're doing now, I don't mind actually keeping that because I've been actually so mad while playing this, but now it should be more relaxing. Like, I'll just do it whenever I have time, like instead of my normal category. But it's a case where I don't know why that does 2 though. You should probably always do this because when the hero draws a card, deal 1 damage. Like, there's no point in doing it in front of that because I don't know. That's so fucking dumb. I don't know why I think that does 3. Or there's like another one I have that does 3, I guess, but yeah, so many of these cards you would question, like, why do I even have that in there? But it's not necessarily by choice. You just have in there whatever you have because Zombie Plate on there has overshoot. I'm actually not really sure what I'm trying to do with this at all, but I don't mind if these tank a little bit amount of damage at a time. But you need the Spine Apple. It's really a travesty that I don't have 4 of them in there anymore, but there's so many other cards that I want that it ends up being more relevant to do it this way. You'll play something there, gets overshoot 3. This is not exactly the most efficient card though. Like, it's very slow. It's still good value, but I don't know. Like, is that really a fixture in an aggro deck? Because you're playing a 0-3 that's going to take an hour to actually do anything. And of course, speaking of James Bond with that animation, that is so sick. It's very, or you don't even have to do it. Just leave it like that. I'm losing the static fucking DDR. What is this, Danganronpa, where I lost to the fucking little DDR thing? I forget what it, like the little mini game after you beat the case. Okay, what the fuck do I do now? Like, I just don't have an answer for that. I can't do anything. And he won't even trigger the block meter. I guess the other one will. Deal 3 damage to a plan. Okay, fine. The Meme Lord in full. Oh, here we go, dude. At least it absorbed a certain amount of damage that he would have done to the face otherwise. That's so annoying, man. I'm even saying these are so slow, but I mean... Okay, thank God for that. We definitely need it. Like, I can't deal with it because... Way to play around the mine because you're not attacking in, so you're never going to take any damage, assuming... I don't get this. The way this guy's playing is so weird. Play something with a graves... Or you wouldn't even be able to do that because... Okay, this should at least kill this, please. Let me just get rid of something. I'm practically dead, though, already, because you'll already do 6. Like, this is so ridiculous. It's such a seemingly unthreatening board, but I can't do anything about it. Like, this is still going to keep going. I can't kill it. Makes no sense, bro. You'll end up doing this still before I can do anything. Right, even if I played that. That is so ridiculous, man. Or that was kind of a waste because even the whatever you play next door is completely out the window. I mean, there was no real win condition there at all. So that was just one of those unfavorable matchups that is like, you know, you're letting the game drag out too long, and that seems to really favor him. So now I have to win 2 in a row still to be able to do that. Or, yeah, 2 in a row should do it. We did that. So now who's the 4th one? Obviously, Infinity. I can't really argue with the results that they've gotten me, Solar Flare and Infinity, but it's still... this is what just makes it excruciatingly time-consuming, where it's not that I can't do it, it's that, oh, now I gotta go back and forth. Now I'm gonna win one, lose one, win one, lose one for an hour, and it's like... my win rate is not gonna be good enough. It'll be good enough to do it, but it won't be good enough to do it efficiently or smoothly the way you're expected to do with really, truly meta decks, obviously. Like, none of my decks are meta at all. They might have a couple really good cards and meta cards in there, but they're definitely not top tier or even probably mid tier. They're okay, but really nothing special. You might even question why I have that in there as an AoE, like, you know, if I am so aggro based. I like the overshoot guy, but Let's assume we're gonna get value from this, which isn't even gonna happen. I feel like you don't see this guy very often either. Let's see. So we gotta just go full face. And I've been doing pretty good as these aggro decks, actually. Sometimes people will question it, like, oh, you know, you shouldn't use that Berry Blast on the face at the beginning of the game on turn 2 or something. But it somehow always seems to work out for me. Right? Even when I lose, it's like I'm doing what I should do. And if it doesn't work, then so be it. But that thing is gonna fuck me over, I bet. But either way, we can ping it. Maybe I should have done that the opposite way, but... No, 2 damage zombies, so I could still kill that, assuming... Oh, wow. Getting hard countered. Fun and interactive turn. Everything I do just goes out the window. So I'm in a lot of trouble now, which is surprising. I'll do it just for the card draw. Or this is for the AoE. I was even just questioning, why do I even have that? But this isn't the... This is still like a losing play. Like, why am I in a position where I have to do that? And the answer is because I'm a fucking clown. Because why should an aggro deck be doing that? It'll even kill that by collateral to the damage it's going to take anyway. And so you have the ability to... It was a very efficient play. I mean, you're getting rid of multiple things I was having trouble dealing with. Everything, in fact. But the health situation somehow favors them, which makes really no fucking sense at all. And now I'll do this just to buff up a fucking chicken. It still isn't that bad of a play, but I mean, that's obviously not when you want to play this guy. Some of these names are kind of uninspired, despite how punny a lot of them are. Orchestra conductor, yeah, like, I can see that, but like, what do you mean, dude? What is the context in the universe? Give me some flavor, dude. Wild berry. I mean, at least that makes sense for the effect. When revealed, make it 3-1. That makes a 1-1. So you can obviously just put them wherever you want to trade in. 3-1, 1-1. Which that would actually be beautiful value along with the conductor, but you just can't quite play it in the right order. I do like this card. I don't think I've gotten it really that often, though. Right, I never get a chance to play it. Anything with the disco ball, apparently I love in this game, like the Walnut disco nut thing. That's not a moon, it's a... What is it even called? Disco nut is what I call it, but it has some sort of underwhelming name that I think is dumb. Okay, now the pace of the game is favoring me a lot. Right, so it's just a matter of, as long as they can't do anything too crazy, I should be in a good shape. I think I'd be happy with doing this, actually. And Zombie hides in Gravestone. I should probably do that, but let me see what he has. Okay, dude, what the fuck? I actually love that card for some of my decks, though, because of the simple fact that... I mean, I'll do it for the card draw. I don't know. Because, you know, if I'm playing an aggro deck, the Doomshroom would be perfect because it wouldn't destroy all the little weenies that I'm throwing out there. And so, therefore, you're able to really appreciate that on the basis of... This game feels so atypical because what you're doing is he's trying to block that, but the joke's on you. I'll go here even though I could be trouble, but you pretty much should be dead. But no, like, I was so behind on the health count the whole game, which is so weird that would ever happen to you playing an aggro deck, but it still worked out. No block me. Wait, what? Oh, the fucking... Obviously. Bro. Like, come on, man. You might say, oh, do that, but I won't because... Or you know what? I want the bouncing capability, though. He's going to do something crazy, and then I'll wish I could have bounced it. I'm going to wait. I could either bounce that or just something else in general. Okay, but you should still be dead. Go ahead, summon something as if you're going to do lethal, but because we have this, yeah, I can bounce this shit. This is Infinity's signature play, too, because you love the fact that, you know, I have that 7-cost Zombot Stomp that could do the same thing. Like, oh, you play a whole board full of defensive stuff and you think you're going to survive, but then I say, fuck it. There's nothing you can do about that play because that happens, you know, the last step before combat. Yeah, look at Infinity and Solar Flare proving me wrong. That's one of my old expressions that I would do in like a psychological context too. I would say like, I love people who prove me wrong. So like, then I become their biggest fan, like Steph Curry in basketball. Like I'm saying, oh, you can't play the game shooting bomb threes like this, right? You can't be doing this kind of showboating shit, but then it works out, so. Hey, pretty good. How about you? Okay, let's see. If I win this one, we'll get to 26. We got to treat every rank like a checkpoint because of how arduous this is actually being. The only reason, I guess, why it seems so hard for me is just because, obviously, of my formats. If I was doing this just in a raw meta sense, but it still would have been hard because I would have had to buy a lot of more packs and stuff. Even if I... No, you know what I could have done, I guess, is... Hey, thanks for the follow, Basilisk. How's it going? Like, if I normally don't like to put amphibious stuff in the water anymore because nobody ever seems to do that. Like, but for aggro purposes, it could be good. But like, I am so much more concerned with board control that I just don't even play like that anymore. But no, like because of the formats. But what you would do, I guess, in this case is, I would just disenchant every single thing. Right, disenchant every single card from every class except for one, so that I'd have one rank 50 caliber meta hero deck. But of course I'm not allowed to craft, but if I was, that's what you would do, like, just, well, that works out at least to trade in, I guess, but, or let me think here. This is okay, I guess. Yeah, just disenchant every card and make one deck instead of having like all these hodgepodge decks between all the different heroes. Pretty good. Okay, this one's going pretty well here, actually. Let me see. It seems like a waste to do this, but just on a curve level, I almost don't mind it. I guess I won't, because this sets up for a better play for it next turn. Yeah, I'll say this, the fan base for this game has been spectacular compared to... It's actually kind of a sad day. Like, more people have enjoyed this series, whether it be on YouTube or whatever I've done, than like literally Hearthstone or something that I played since the day it came out and have more of a history with that on my old channel and stuff. But no, people would rather watch me play PvZ Heroes or something. Like, I don't know why. It's not like it just came out either. I mean, I've been playing for about a year, but I've sort of not really played all that much, and so this is kind of like my finale challenge for the series. I have to get to rank 40, or sorry, rank 50 by the end of this season, so by October 15th or whatever. Otherwise I have to delete my whole account, and even if I succeed, I will use that to end the series, but I'll kind of, at least I can always come back to it, and at least I'll have my collection intact. Because nobody streams this game, and yeah, I guess so, but even then, I am impressed by it, the passion people have for it. Because a lot of games are like that, where nobody streams them, but nobody cares about them. This is different. Nobody streams it, but people are very passionate when they do. Or, you know, they're very much looking for that. Okay, we should easily have this. Frankenstein Gargantua is very cute. All these event cards, that was the only luxury I afforded myself, which people kept saying, don't buy them, don't buy them. But it gave me some little, I don't know, it was sort of an outlet in a run that I couldn't do anything else. Like, it was like my one guilty pleasure, if you will. Just, I'm not allowed to, wow, look at that, dude. I'm not allowed to craft, I'm not spending real money, so I'm very limited in what I can do, so it was the closest thing to crafting that this might be a little greedy, and I almost shouldn't do it. Even though, well, it has Frenzy, but it could be sort of fool's gold, because if I play two things, I might have a better chance of actually finishing them off. But, yeah, it's sort of like my guilty pleasure, because... And also, I would never play long enough to be able to get it the other way. In terms of the... Now, this should almost be like a double kill, because if they both do that, he would technically kill me, right, in the same... Or I guess they both die, so neither one gets the satisfaction. That's what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object, because we were both going to die there. Bro, is he really gonna survive this like till the end of fucking time or what, dude? You want to do a 1v1? Sure. Yeah, we can do it. I can't believe I'm going to lose having such good cards. Okay, that was a pretty satisfying thing. I always say Octo Zombie is like one. Wait, what? Oh yeah, that has like the deadly for plant. Dude, what the fuck is going on? This guy is just not meant to lose. He cannot be beaten. Can I just keep doing this like over and over, or should I not do it? I feel like it's not gonna make sense. Bro, like how is it possible? Because of this stupid healing, I guess. They're gonna have infinite answers. They're gonna somehow win. It just feels like it. Like it makes no sense, but they're somehow gonna win. Bro, please, bro. No. Bro, how the fuck is that even possible? Okay. Bro. I guess if I had done the Octa Zombie there, I wouldn't have died. Perhaps because... I guess I just thought it would be better if you sort of spread it out a bit more. That was really frustrating. Like, if those are the kind of games, like, I can't believe if I... that is so ridiculous. Okay, so we lost his Infinity, so we go back to the Yeti. Here, we got to go to Green Shadow. That was fucking balls deep. We've had at least so many enjoyable, intense games, though, in doing this, for better or for worse. Like, it's been insane. Like, the Smash had so many satisfying ones, like, on one of the first sessions that we did here for this season. Good game. Okay, this is good. I gotta remember not to play every deck as aggro, though, because sometimes I feel tempted to do that, but it's been so much better when I'm just playing it normally, like on the board, which is my preferred style of play anyway, but sometimes it just doesn't work. This is +1 zombies revealed. That's perfectly fine. So we do have a very good end game here, but you still want to wrap it up relatively soon. Like, yeah, even that game, I play Dark Matter Dragonfruit maybe twice, and I still lose because these people are getting so ridiculous with the decks that we're going against. Like, everything can go perfectly, but I still lose somehow. That's a very dangerous, bad play for them that they did nothing that turn. That should cause me to win the game alone, which, as an aggro deck, it almost might do that. But see, the problem is there's already an assumption that you're making here, which is that... Well, that was a heck of a turn, but why didn't they do any of that last turn? Like, you're assuming that the better decks are always going to be better in the late game, so you're going to let them get all this crazy value. So the only chance I have to beat a truly good deck is going to be with the aggro decks. So some of these are going to start to phase out, I guess, as I get farther or something, where, you know, the Smash and the Yeti and the Green Shadow and who's the other one? Wall Knight are going to be worse, not because they're actually bad, but because you just can't do anything in terms of, you know, you're going to give them too many good options, basically. You'll let them play whatever their win condition is, whatever their best cards are. Okay, dude. Removal just always triggers me, which is why I like all these anti-trick things, like, you know, the football guy, or even untrickable, but I don't even have a single untrickable card. Okay, this turn is fucked. Each zombie hides in gravestone, mix them around. Okay, I pretty much lose because of that turn, because there isn't fuck all I can do. Okay, so hard stuck at rank 25, I guess, forever. 44, bro. 44, 37. Look how far behind I've fallen. I gotta stay up all night and do a 24-hour stream of this shit. Unironically, that might actually be something I have to do. You are going to... I don't know. Oh yeah, you wouldn't even know really what you're doing there. Conjure superpower 0-2. You will get saved by the block meter here for what it's worth. You have the ability to okay, even that still doesn't matter. Yeah, let's cheat death like the last guy did in such a conspicuous way, but there's nothing I can even play here. I mean, obviously we lose. I don't really care. Lost to overshoot again, which typically I don't even mind that. That seemed like maybe more one-sided than it should have been, but, you know, just somehow that one turn where I couldn't do anything fucked me over. But again, I assume their decks are just going to be too good here, which is unfortunate because I'm in a good game. Because unfortunately, I'm not going to... You know, like, what am I expecting to go against as I get to higher ranks? Of course, I'm going to see decks just like that, which I've already seen some really good ones. Or I've always seen good ones because the matchmaking is so busted that you're always facing people who are, like, much higher than you. Or you got to farm the same people over and over because of that, with respect to, in a match already, how? Or it must be treated as, like, the same match. The 2-3-3, sometimes it's worth it to keep something higher like that, but more so with minions, I would justify doing that. This would be frustrating too if I lose because of my internet. Right, like this is causing me to disconnect, not them, but now I can't. Maybe this game's not the best about that. Like, I'm not trying to fuck it up, but... Or will it somehow cause them to lag switch out? It could just be by chance, but my internet disconnected because my stream even crashed. Wait, what? I literally lag switched him out. I lag switched him out. What the fuck? Or wait, that didn't even... I'm so confused. Well, that one shouldn't count anyway, but it's treating it like I won, even though it didn't give me a star, but... I disconnected and it caused them to disconnect, so I don't know what the fuck happened. But you know, I think that black bar thing is happening again too. We're part of... I don't know why he keeps doing that. Sometimes it'll... I'm not even worried about it for this session though, I don't even care. But it's like... It'll sort of partially do it where it'll... Yeah, see, like the top was a black bar in some of the previous sessions. There was like one from here to here, and now there isn't. So it keeps rotating back and forth. I don't know why that is. So I'd have to like move this a little bit to the side. I've had to do this like 100 times. I don't know what it is that causes that to keep happening. Okay, while we wait for the match or whatever, I'll just wait. Alright, so we've had a couple frustrating games, but see, like, should I keep that now? Sometimes I'd be willing to. Nah, I won't bother. Because there is sort of this craving that you have later on that, like, oh, I really wish I had a high cost card now because I got to turn 7, 8, whatever, and then I just don't get it, so then I lose because of that. And so with some of these decks, I really want to do that, like Green Shadow, the Smash, this guy, even... Wall Knight, although with Wall Knight I don't really have any 6 costs and up. The only one I have now is that Loco Coco thing, but I only just got that like a week ago, so up until then I really didn't have a late game play at all. I really wish one of these other zombies could use Bad Moon Rising, even if it was the Smash, or I kind of assumed the Smash would be able to use it. I never really paid attention to, you know, anything, but okay, this will probably be worth it. Like, I wasn't really thinking about who would be able to use it, but I thought at least 2 would have been. So out of the 4 zombie heroes I have, only 1 could use it, which is obviously Super Brain, so that's stupid because I anticipated that card so much. It's these turns that really just ruin me, man. This will be okay, but... Let's hear next where we get +2, that's fine. This is a very annoying card to deal with. Alright, so we're working towards that. Let's see if we get anything here. Wow, 2 turns in a row that were like that. That's ridiculous. This is not normally how my decks are at all. I don't have a ton of tricks. I don't have a ton of environments. But I'm just getting unlucky. Okay, you'll move the little chicken, which I almost don't even want to do. But I would rather just trade in. Or if only you had played it on the ground, then you would have been able to use this. It wouldn't even let me play it because there's nothing to affect it. Like, just let me get rid of it if I want to. I should be trying to play on the board, honestly. But I also don't want that to die, but I also don't know. I guess I'll do it. This guy is not really all that good value. 5 mana, 3/4 with Amphibious. Like, I'd rather it just be... I don't care about Anti-Hero. Like, that's not really why I'm using it. It's just because I have so few Amphibious things in here that, you know, you feel like you should have something. Yeah, that's not too big of a deal. Bro thinks he's a Gatling P or whatever, if it's called something different in this game. Yeah, that's fine. Let me get rid of something. Doesn't seem entirely worth it to do that, but because it might just give him another pair. Like, how am I supposed to justify that? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, it's like a little black bar here. That's so dumb how that keeps happening. Maybe if I relaunch, it'll fix it, but let's see. Let me get to rank 26 first. Okay, so this is at least a decent turn. We'll block that one out. We could put this... You would think he wouldn't put anything there at all because... You know how threatening that's going to be. Yeah, I wouldn't say this isn't hard, but I would say more so it's just time-consuming than it is hard because... I don't know, I've already made it like farther than I have in the past just because I played more this month. Not that I've tried to get very far, but... I would only really be able to get it to rank 20 with the amount that I played now. I've just magically gotten to rank 25 already. And it's only like a week and a half in. So clearly, it's just a matter of the time that I do it. The strike through here could actually be really good though if I... But it's not really meant for something big like this. Yeah, we get the crazy cat lady. JD Vance reference over here. Childless cat lady. As if you need to add insult to injury, the fact that she's already fucking dead. And has 0 shitty attack, which is one of the few 0 attack minions probably in the game. Well, I mean, I guess if you include the nuts and everything, there's a good amount of them. That works out pretty well. I'm fine as long as I can stay alive here. Right, the healing is really all we're gonna get. This isn't quite coming together. +3 this turn when you play a pad. We can play this here, I guess. Although, actually, let's not. Let's assume that's not going to be a problem. Like, they're going to play something there, and then I'll be able to do this to get rid of the stupid mushroom, too. On top of that. Oh, that's actually good, because it'll kill that in conjunction with the effect of that. Or will it still kill it now? 2, 3... No, of course not. It'll have 1 health left after all of this. And that was still a pretty efficient play, but... Now we're both in full top deck mode, which should favor me because their stuff seems a little more aggro intensive. But... could be a little problematic. Freeze all plants on the ground. Now's not really the time, though. Oh, this is not what you want right now, though. Any sort of minion would have been fine. But yeah, go ahead, play something big then to at least validate that, which I guess I'm gonna just have to go with that. Or you could justify the freeze as well. But, I mean, I could do both, I guess. I do feel like that's important. Like, I'll survive, but I don't want to get that low either. Alright, this is fine. Just gotta get something I can actually play. And it's probably not going to be enough. fuck? The repeater's obviously a bit more dangerous. You would think this would be the sort of matchup where you would win out in the top deck mode, because I do have a couple high cost cards, whereas they evidently don't, but right, it doesn't really matter. They still got the better end of it. Jesus. We're gonna keep vacillating back and forth here. It's not like it magically gets harder at rank 25. It got harder at rank 20 just because, not even with the matchups, but just with come on, save me, Solar Flare. Just because of the fact that you had to deal with this loss of ranks every time. Look at how long this takes though, bro. Like I'm already getting mad. Like I'm gonna have to do this the whole month, like every single fucking day. Now watch my signature turn 2 play of Berry Blasting the Face, which has worked actually quite well for me. Although I may not end up actually even doing it, but again, you're not doing it really by choice. It's just like, if I have nothing else to play and they don't have anything out there, right, why wouldn't I do it? But at least here I do have something else to play. Right, like if I didn't have that, why wouldn't I do it? Because that 3 damage could be the difference, and I don't really care about using it on a minion, and I don't really care about anything else because the pace still sort of favors me. Like, my only win condition is just rushing them down, so it's okay to do that. Okay, 2-3, not a big deal. But yeah, you can't always think for like pure optimal, like, oh, this is the best time to use this card, but is it the best time to use it for you with the deck that you're using? But I guess even that, you would only say that if what you're using is not exactly optimal in the first place. Okay, we'll let the Space Cadets hang around. Let me use this black bar thing as punishment to get until I get to rank 26. Then I'll change it. I'm just too lazy to keep doing it every episode. Or maybe I'll just relaunch it. I really don't get it. Why he keeps doing that every... It'll keep changing. Whether, you know, one time it's like that, then one time the black bar's on the top. Alright, let's go here. That's fine. Team up is excellent value for aggro because you get... I mean, obviously double the hits, but also when you buff it, it's going to be that much better. But of course, I can't have such satisfaction. So we're not really on a very good, you know, health count here. I would expect them to be a little bit lower. Even this I'd be willing to do to the face, but you're better off doing this. Or you, again, I always break that rule. You should always play that first, just in case that might have been different, but it probably wouldn't have been. In case it changes what you plan to play there. Bro, what the fuck? Who would ever have 2 of those? And who would ever have 2 of them at this stage in the game? Like, are you serious? Yeah, if you get 2 chickens like that in a row, you'll beat me because you're fucking aggro clown. You know, that is the biggest counter to an aggro deck you could imagine in a game that has so few AoEs in the first place. Like, what the fuck, man? And even having these cards, you arguably should say, you know, why even bother when you are aggro, but there are times where you still need it. But this dude has every removal card in the history of the game, so you just can't do anything. Like, there is no win condition now. It's completely just fucked. I don't even care. Like, there's just nothing I can do. I'm getting actually pretty pissed. Like, this has been a pretty casual, sort of laid-back, fun playthrough, whatever, like how the game is. But this last couple weeks of doing this, week and a half, has actually made me mad, just because, just the implication of like, oh, I have to skip my other categories, or I have to play so much, or whatever. Like, just the fact that I'm struggling this much in a casual game to do it, or whatever you want to call it. But it's okay. It's for a good reason, of course, but like, it's still dumb. I mean, look at his hand. You know you're not going to win just by looking at that. We do have all the removal in the world that you could possibly want, but I won't even be able to use it here. they're not even doing anything. But again, as you would expect, they just have infinite removal. So you could literally mill me out. I want to see that at least. Like, actually, a 6/5 Commando M, which is fine because I can easily kill it. It's not a big deal. Or actually, no, they do it in the one spot that I can't kill it because... Okay, bro, we get it. We get it. Okay, let me maybe try to fix it now just because of seemingly this is going to go on forever. Like, bro, I cannot get like 1 rank a day now on average or something if the pace is going to be like this. Let's see. So the orientation is off by a little bit. You got like... You got to move that a little to the right. You got to move this a little to the right. Or let me just try to relaunch and see if that helps it. That is so weird. The whole time I was playing this, that never ever happened. Or maybe I just never noticed it, but no, I would have noticed it because when I go to upload it to YouTube, I would have seen it. So it only started happening like maybe a week or 2 ago. But yeah, this game has sort of almost made me try to get into mobile gaming too because... Whatever, just because I was doing this and using BlueStacks or whatever, I started trying other things like Warcraft Rumble, or I was doing like a mini series on Saturday where that's normally the day when I play like games I've never played before. So here it's like now I turn it into no, it's still like that. I turn it into where I was trying to play mobile games I haven't played before, which pretty much is the same thing, like all of them, because I've just never played them, period. Now the problem is I'll change it and then I'll have to, you know, then I'll have to do it again some other time because the left side is like, let me actually look at it again. The right side should be relatively fixed, but it might be a little bit off. Let me see, we've already had the stream crash. Okay, you can probably go a little further right. Or, you know, the best way to tell is actually on this screen, like where you see his eyeball off the side. You can kind of go by that. So the left side needs to be changed a little bit too. Maybe it doesn't. I can't even see it entirely right. You know, I can use like the fucking magnifier, I guess. As if we weren't having enough challenges it is. We gotta have technical difficulties too. Let me see. Yeah, that needs to be changed a little bit, I think, just to the right. The left side seems relatively okay. No, I think it needs a little more. I can't even tell if the left is like that or not. If there's like a black bar there. It looked like there was before, but now I can't see it. It's a little bit annoying here. But no, I love that. I'm getting heated and triggered by a fucking filthy casual game. Which again, it's not even necessarily, you know, PopCap specializes in casual games. Like fucking PvZ itself is a casual game, even if it's really good and has a lot of flavor. Okay, can we just... I cannot even see this, man. Okay, there's a little minor black bar on the left side, so let me do that, and then you move that one a little bit to the right. Move this a little bit to the right. 1270 to I don't know, 1264, and then even this one can go a little bit in the other direction too. You would think they'd be the same, but they're actually not. Right, the distance from either side. Somehow it's not entirely consistent like that. And so you have the ability to go here. Okay, let me look at it again. Okay, the right side. Okay, this looks pretty much perfect. Let me see, where you can see like the corner. This is the best way to do it in case you really have to do this, as dumb as it seems. It's like the corner of the sunflower's eye on the left can be seen, And then the little dot in the zombie's eye on the right can be seen, like where, you know, like this guy. So it seems like the sunflower might be off a little bit. And you can kind of test it with the mouse too, like where my mouse is now, you should be able to see a little bit. It's sort of a little, I think that's fine actually. It might be cutting off a little bit on the left though, actually. Let me try. If I just go a little inch over left, that'd be fine. 1264 to like 1262, or maybe to 1260. Or wait, 64. Yeah, that should be fine. Like 68, or maybe 70. What? All right, let's try the 68. Music in this game never really gets old, despite how much you're hearing some of the same tracks, obviously, over and over. It is actually pretty good. Just the whole vibe and everything of this. Okay, it looks like there's maybe a black bar again. So that shows you that you don't want it to be that little difference. But it looked like it was sort of cut off from that before. Let's see, I should have almost changed my art a little bit too from this, because, you know, I should have made one to show the final format of it. This is 68, so you want it to be 64, I guess. Probably 66 would be on point, but I'm too lazy to try to go in there and finagle with it. This should be good enough. Okay, now let's focus and try to get to rank 26, as I was trying to do before. So I lost that one. Okay, so now we have from the Yeti, we go to the Smash. It doesn't really matter that I'm losing here, like now, but what matters is the fact that, you know, you got to go on a good streak, and then I don't mind losing again, and then go on a good streak and keep alternating like that. Sort of getting hard stuck here, though, a little bit. It just doesn't seem quite right. You just got to use a better deck, and just it'll be a breeze. And maybe I can tweak mine a little bit too, but I am sort of farming up gems and doing this too. Right, like I've gotten a number of packs. See, now we're getting a favorable matchup. It's almost like doing that on purpose, because I'm on a losing streak, so it's throwing me a bone. But this is how you could almost cheese it. You lose like 50 games in a row, but then you win 3, and then you still get up a rank, and then you lose 50, and then you win 3. Right, that's all you have to do. Okay, can we just destroy one of their nuts or berries? This is gonna be okay. Let me... Actually, that's probably better though, because unless you think they're gonna play a really good one, you'd rather do this sort of more reactively, which I guess that would have been fine too. But this is a very popularly used card, but it doesn't mean it's necessarily that good. This is going to be a solid play. And so what we're doing is we're just trying to get to the point where we can play the nurses and stuff. I have 2 of them. Not nearly as good as having the 2 dark matter dragon fruits, but still. That, then you have the 6 cost, and you have a whole bunch of stuff that is actually good in the mid to late game. I look at the Smash as just like the dream come true mid-range aspect though, of how much I love mid-range type decks, like board control and all that you're worried about. But this game is also very intensive when it comes to that, because you're not really, it doesn't really feel like there's control. I've always said that, like, you could argue certain things seem like it, but nothing really does, because the game just doesn't last long enough, even if you do that. But okay, now you'll do the sports thing. Obviously, sports imp, but this is like a sport pet synergy that's not really even a synergy at all. Or you could even still do it like this, I guess. You'll make this dude literally useless. I'll make your cactus, what would I call it? Like, I'll make your cactus limp. Look at this play. The limp cactus meta. Where not only will it be 0 attack, but then they'll just sit there the whole game and be completely useless. Give it extra health, move it there, go like this, buff everything's attack. The rats made your cactus limp. We need like a walnut joke in here. The nuts make it so much easier for the innuendo. Now here we can obviously do that, but question is, do I want to do it? And the answer is probably that's pretty good, because you get the ability to try to trade into there, but you still won't trade in. Even that won't kill it. Okay. You get Frenzy, which I'm not sure I'm too big a fan of that, but that's okay. At least health-wise and hand-wise, I should be winning this one. That's almost the biggest barometer of victory in this game, for either for me or just in general. It's not health, it's not even the board, it's your hand. I always look at their hand, like how many cards do they have left, and if they don't have too many, I'm in good shape. That's a very inefficient bad play, especially compared to the Brainana. I'm surprised I don't see the Brainana more, because it's so fucking broken, especially compared to this. Like, it's just better in every way. You might say, oh, that's fair because the plants, blah, 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 but it doesn't really matter that way. Like, it's just a bad card. What does this thing say? Some nights sundown comes early. Some of them aren't really funny. They're just like pieces of text, like just descriptions and flavor, but some of them are, a lot of them are meant to be puns. You can do this, you can do this. I don't think it's really worth it to do that, but fuck it. You got a 6/6 Frenzy, 3/1. You know, if they can withstand this, like a lot of people have done, but he's a measly rank 7 too. It seems sort of unfair, but now I'm going to be on the receiving end. Like, I'm always complaining as a rank 10 to 20 that, oh, I'm playing all these rank 30s and 40s. Now as a rank 30 plus, I'm, you know, soon I'm going to be playing a bunch of low ranks myself and farming them, and they'll give me the same amount of bonus for winning. And so the color of that thing doesn't almost match his whole other outfit well enough. Oh my god, dude. This is gonna be nuts. It just feels like sometimes this could go on forever and I would never get anywhere, right? Like, I've been playing for a little bit here. I've been doing it almost every day. And I'll literally skip every category this month if I have to do it. I should have almost committed to that earlier, but something just, I realized that it's just not gonna happen otherwise. If I lose, I want it to be like, I did my best, I played as much as I could, and I lost because of that. Like, I'm just not good enough, my collection's not good enough, whatever. Even saying that's sort of an excuse. I shouldn't say that. My collection is good enough, even though objectively it might not be. But whatever, like, I'll live with the results. Alright, so all we'd have to do is win 2 more here, which, again, rank 30 is fine. I can't be afraid of it. This is probably not going to come into play. I don't even mind that, but you don't need 2 of them, right? I don't mind keeping 1 high cost card in there. You go here, good 1 mana 2/2 play. Again, I don't care about the effect even. Okay. Now that means he's either a bot or a dumb player, or he's just highly aggro, which, you know, I started this playthrough by doing that play myself, but it's just not... it's just not the kind of thing you really want to do, and it's probably not going to serve you too well. Okay, let's see if we can string together a couple wins. Is it going to be the fucking freeze thing? Let's see, we'll move this, do this. We got the Rolling Stone. It started off really badly. I mean, even with that first turn play, it made no sense at all. But they got some banana meme type shit going on. Move a plant. I don't know exactly. I don't really get it, like what I'm trying to do with that, but destroy plant with 4 or less. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, everything's good. Even the flag guy sticks around. This thing will still be alive. Or maybe I fucked up, because now it'll get the buff again. Maybe I should have done it the opposite way. I should have, well... That's a random zombie. Doesn't really bother me too much. But this is a little unfortunate though, because you can do the team up thing all over again. You very easily could deal with that in multiple ways, in fact. So the cattail finally gets justice done. Laser cattail. I mean, some of these are just meme cards, made just purely for the comic value. He's really good at entertaining himself. You could do this and then still trade in, so that would be very well worth it. And their hand is pretty much dried out. Double this plant strength and health. Arguably, you could say I should have gotten rid of that one, but at least here we get to trade. So now, and then now I get to play whatever I want. And you may very well question the next play incoming, but I think that it might. No, I won't even bother. I was gonna consider like, oh, it'll throw off whatever they're trying to do, but I don't care. Alright, so this is perfectly fine, and so all you have to do is just try to survive a bit longer. The pace of this game seems to favor me a certain amount. Even the magic beanstalk stuff doesn't really... Like, you can say whatever, but like, it's kind of underwhelming for a legendary because it's a cute effect, but what is it gonna do? And even this becomes useless now because you're able to basically... You're able to basically do it in such a way that, you know, you're trying to... Oh, shit. What the fuck, man? You have so little in your hand and it has to be this good? At least if this guy survives, I'll be able to keep shuffling the conjuration value here. Shouldn't it be another word in this game, too? Instead of conjure, it should be like... something to do with plants, like dig up, excavate, you know, like you're digging it up from the soil or something like that. Okay, so we're both pretty low. I have to figure a way to do this. Okay, this is pretty fucking annoying and I probably will lose, but... That's cute that you'll get to do as much as you can that way, but... Or maybe I should have just done that. Right, that'll have 7, which is almost enough to actually kill it. Which maybe I should have put that then in a different lane, because then I'm presenting lethal. But I was thinking like, oh, I'm almost going to trade in with that. You lost to a crazy cat lady over here. Bro, come on, just give me this one, dude. Let me get to rank 26 over. Like, what is the expectation here that I'm supposed to be doing? Like, I'm gonna play like 10 hours every day and just fuck it. Okay, dude, okay. Just don't give it frenzy or some shit. Because it's almost going to be dead. I can still play into it a little more. I mean, they're in top deck mode, but this is the kind of shit that they're pulling out. I just want you to appreciate. Like, what the fuck is going on with the game? And the raw zombie is even more useless now. That amphibious, when it hurts the player, draw a card. That would be very valuable, but I can't really do anything about it. Right, I don't think any of this is really going to serve me well. And so I'm probably just dead. They're going to have exactly what they need. Removal, whatever. I just don't. Like, I'm celebrating like, oh, they're in top deck mode. They have nothing left in their hand, but they had to have this. And of course, as much as I like dinosaurs and Magic the Gathering, that's like my favorite spirit animal thing. That I love green and I love dinosaurs, but I don't... you know, I haven't had much occasion to use them here. Right, but they are pretty fun. We still have the block meter. They're pretty much dead, but it's just not going to happen somehow. You can do this with the bats. Let's see if we get something good here. Or wait. Oh, no, I'm thinking of the treasure chest thing. Now, you could have tried to do it there, but I don't know what the pace of this game is going to be. You could still even kill them here, too, because you get to... You know, you might not trigger the block meter even from... Okay, dude, okay. Okay, maybe we'll get something from the block meter itself that would potentially ruin them. I was saying I should get to rank 30 just like that. Now I'm struggling to even get to rank 26, so all it takes is a couple good win streaks in a row. So what could potentially give me lethal is this. If you decide to... Nothing would actually survive though, so what does it matter? So now are they finally gonna run out of something or what, dude? Like, please, bro, please. Just give me a fucking chance, bro. Are you gonna have frenzy? You're gonna have that. They're gonna easily be able to kill me though regardless, and I don't care. Although the hunt here could come in handy a little bit. This guy's hairstyle is almost like mine in real life. Not the stuff in the back, but the way the front of his hair looks. Okay, can you just... Or I guess there you couldn't hunt it, but... Oh, how convenient that you would get them now. What the fuck is going on with the game, dude? Frenzy will kill both. Then you get +5, and then you get to... Or no, you won't get it. Wow, this is just going downhill. I mean, you can just tell when your decks aren't good enough, but it's like they'd be marginally good enough if you just really overcompensate with how much you play. At least we get a cool death. You know, you rarely see values that high. Little divine spirit inner fire type shenanigans. Wasn't that like crazy luck that he got the 2 magic beanstalk things in a row right when he was in top deck mode, right after he already got the big dinosaur fucking thing that he was clowning me with? Like, maybe it's just me, but that seemed a little bit fucked up. Yeah, I'm pretty much... I'm not gonna give up, but I'm getting a certain sense from this that, like, dude, I can't even get 1 rank. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? This is bullshit, man. Okay, that's fine. Or do I even want to bother? When you're trying to go full aggro, I'll do it. But arguably, you should just wait and just have played the Peapod thing. One thing I'll say is it's definitely not boring. It's very interesting. You know, this is the most excitement we've had in this game so far. Just because, whatever, like, it is actually pretty fun. It's just, because I've never really try-harded this much, but, you know, well, this collection speaks for itself. We're going to have to see what we can do with it. That will actually survive, and then we're able to, let's see here. We got this one. Would be pretty good with that. Although it's not really worth it to even do that, but I don't really have another team up option. Maybe this is worth it. If they really don't have an answer for anything to do about it, this will trade in pretty favorably for them. So I'm assuming that... Okay, dude. Okay. So something's happening this episode where every single thing, they have the perfect answer whenever I'm doing it. And so what you realize from that is I'm actually getting sabotaged by the game, so that's okay. Like, really, what the fuck is going on? There are just certain times where you can just tell, like, something's not right, so... And, of course, here, my hand is going to dry out in such a way that's not going to be very favorable, and so I can't do anything. The goal here, in case you may have forgotten, is to actually go face and aggro, but I'm incapable of doing that because every single turn he has just infinite removal, so I just can't do anything. I was even praising aggro and saying, oh, that's the whole thing. What is happening, man? I guess I'm just getting more higher ranked matchups than I normally would, even though I'm not really. Because you would always see them anyway, but something is just off here. I mean, I can't even say anything. Like, it has nothing to do with me. It's just like I did what I was supposed to do, but I just can't win. Like, it's just impossible. What you get from this would have to save you, and it's just not going to happen. We've gotten that thing from it a lot, actually. I don't know why. So this is conjure an event card. Yes, plus attack equal to that card's cost. I guess +1/+3. Again, what the fuck? Why are you what the fuck? Well, why are you going so overboard? You still won't even kill it. If you didn't do that, maybe I could have won with this, but who the fuck knows what I'm playing against right now? That would have actually been a potential lethal moment. You go ahead and play all your fucking brains, but it won't even work, dude. Because now, it would kill you. No, it still won't because of the block meter. But it would kill you if you could go face, so you're obviously going to have an answer here, too, for everything in your life. Or you barely even did, though. You're still down to 5. So, despite everything, I did a lot better than I thought I was doing there. Could be the very best finisher. It could... Okay. Okay, we're getting the point now. Everybody's just tryharding. Everybody has everything you need. Just forget it, man. Or this could finish you off, too, potentially, if I... Okay, okay, dude. Okay. If it had gotten me a higher attack value, like getting up to 5, I could have done it then, because maybe, depending on what they have here. You know, I'm not going to say because, oh, they have a card like that, oh, they must be a meta try-hard thing, but it's just, they have everything, right? So that would have done it if that had had 5 attack, assuming they didn't have a way to deal with it. That would have actually done it. At least that was closer than it seemed like it was going to be. And the reason why is because, okay, Badman Rising again. My reach really exceeded my grasp with this one, though. And it really almost just doesn't make sense to me, but... Okay, we don't need that. You got a 1, 2, 3, 4 curve, perfectly fine. You gotta keep the height clear, though, because if you don't do that, then you're able to basically miss out on a couple of these effects, which are ones that I don't even necessarily like, but you are trying to clear the board out a little bit, and the reason why is because you feel like you're able to you know, get to Badman Rising territory effectively. Yeah, this is clearly a bot name. JS. What are you, C9, C9 from fucking chess? Oh my god, dude. Okay, so we have that going. That's pretty good. This is not an aggro deck, but I end up doing more damage with these than I do any other way. But you're mainly just trying to get a good board position. And if you can do that, you'll be in good shape. I don't really want to do that, though. I'll wait, because I assume if it dies, then it'll summon something there. So I assume you'll put something here and kill it in the middle, but maybe not. So that was at least a good call, but then again, it'll happen next turn, so you'll get another strike through hidden. -2, -2. Yeah, I like it. Their hand is sort of burning up before their very eyes, so that's good, but... Bro is Colin Kaepernick's worst enemy over here, the flag bearer. I love how that Abdul Rauf thing aged so poorly, though. Abdul Rauf was a basketball player, and he got blackballed for it, basically, for doing the same thing where he wouldn't stand for the pledge because of different injustices and feelings he had. And, oh no, he's called un-American and blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, Colin Kaepernick does it for some other reasons. And, oh, now he's a hero. Like, you know, that's really, really stupid. The inconsistency of it. Okay, draw 2 cards is fine, and so all you... Okay, we get Badman Rising, but the question is, can I actually do anything? And the answer is, their board is a little bit too much for me to handle here. Okay, that wasn't exactly what I wanted either, but as long as we trade in a little bit, we'll be fine. I mean, I have Badman Rising. I could have tried to play something here to try to salvage it later, but it just doesn't seem like it's actually going to happen for me. I don't care about the healing too much. I just care more so about the board, and I'm kind of losing on it pretty badly because this won't even trade in properly either. Or no, it will, of course. You have 5 or more. Move a zombie to a bonus attack. You'll probably have to do it in such a way that you kill this because... Okay, fine. The bonus attack would have been... Okay, dude. Berry Blast OTK. Okay, I'm basically just getting farmed now. Yeah, so much for rank 30, dude. Can I get to rank 26? Like, what is this, dude? Okay, you got a 1, 2. I don't think the Gravestone thing really comes into play very much at the beginning. See, none of these losses even bother me too much, but imagine if they were costing me ranks overall. It would be over then. I would have already given up because... You know what I mean? Like, I'd be at rank fucking 20 again, assuming you can't go below that, but I don't know if that actually does happen later. It almost should happen, but this is the point where you have to go full metagame tryhard mode. But it's nothing about rank 25 necessarily notably itself. It's just a general standard here. I like spreading that out as much as possible. You could say I should have put that there, but I don't think it's going to matter too much because it's going to be fine. Like, you're going to get the Disco Knight here pretty well, and you'll be able to basically be fine. You should definitely just do this, though. This music seems to get a little like higher pitch or something sometimes, like this part of it. This is fine. That won't even trade in too badly. You have the ability to that'll be good. You have this for 4. You have even that's fine because it's not going to kill anything. That's okay too. The environment actually helped me trade into that in a way that otherwise I couldn't have done. Then we'll do the disco now, which is always very fun and satisfying to have. And so now you're basically able to you are basically able to do it in such a way that you get whatever, like it's just gonna be good. Your strike through comes back to bite you because it's gonna hit both in a way that it otherwise wouldn't. And so now you get to that means here you get strike through when played, freeze all plants, okay. Okay, the strike through here doesn't bother me. Everything's fine. I mean, the effect is sort of underwhelming of the strike through. It's just more so the initial freeze is what's so good about it. Deadly, that's okay too. Look at this dumbass. You should have done the conjuration effect first. That's rule number 1. Now you'll do that and then you'll get to we still won't be able to kill it, or he is getting the strike through into the face. At least for the effect of that, but losing to literal inanimate objects over here. One that gets buffed to be able to attack in a way that's sort of unnatural. And so now you get it again. So this will count as the nut too. That'll count as the nut. Everything's good. So he seems to be having some trouble getting rid of the disco nut here. And we've had a little bit of a bad streak, and most of it hasn't even really been my fault. It's just okay, even that still does a little bit of damage. Can you just hurry up, dude? Please, please. Because what you have here is the simple ability that this was going to die anyway, so it doesn't matter. You're going to take away 3 nut damage, 6 damage. Even that doesn't matter too much. Do that. Let me make a walnut from this shit too. Fuck it. But I don't really want it to get destroyed like that. If only you could put it behind there. Maybe I'll wait. Right, because if you put it in front, then it'll die from that anyway. Bro comes back to life just to come out of the closet again. Okay, we should have a chance here, but I'm obviously gonna lose just because everybody's a fucking try-hard god clown now. Something's just different with the session here. Holy shit. These decks will be immortalized though. See if you can get to rank 50 with these exact decks, and nobody has ever done it because it's fucking stupid. That'll be the matter-of-fact way they'll say, oh, haha, you should have just used this deck. Like, yeah, no shit, like some meta deck. No shit, but that's the point, is that I'm not allowed to do that. Like, what do you want me to do, man? You could do it like this, I guess. Do that and then do this here. And so what you're able to do, or even with this, you get... when played, you're not to get 2 health. So just from the nut residual effect alone, you should be in very good shape. Damage is doubled, but do you really have anything here? Does it really matter because you have so little, or I have so much health? So yeah, the nut effects alone will fuck you over, and your strike through might be a little greedy. Start of turn is a zombie teleport here. You're gonna do it to yourself, bro. Now you see why I like the disco not so much, but it doesn't matter because... Or, I mean, normally you wouldn't expect it to stick around this long either. But any amount of damage you can do, you're able to, you know, you're gonna get that effect no matter what. I don't see how you can deal with that. in before they still win, though, because that's just how this fucking works. See, even if it was another kind of card game, you could just choose not to attack for a couple turns and try to survive that way and maybe win out on the board. But that obviously doesn't work because you are in an auto battler environment, which I must say this is one of the few auto battlers like that I've ever, you know, I don't like whatever that is, the one for League, Teamfight Tactics. I don't like the one for Hearthstone, even the Battlegrounds mode. So somehow this makes it at least a little more enjoyable with the whole lane dynamics that can be fun and everything like that. Although inherently I don't necessarily like the genre that is about. Now grouped into leagues. The difficulty rewards grow. The difficulty actually doesn't grow though, because I mean, of losing the ranks, but in terms of opponents, we're facing pretty much the same opponents as we always did, because again, the matchmaking is totally broken and open. Hour and 40 minutes and 0 progress made. Like, I'm trying to fucking do this, but what am I supposed to do? Stay up all night? Like, man, this is just ridiculous. I never would have expected this to be this difficult, but what can I expect? Okay, 1, 2, you don't really want that. Yeah, I'm okay with this deck, but I don't think it's gonna work at the highest level. All of them are lacking something, but they also have some extreme strength, so you're able to take advantage of that too. With respect to, that's like a bad omen when I have to deal with that black bar issue at the fucking beginning. That's one thing I would never do, even in my heyday of streaming for like 10 hours a day or something crazy. I would never do 24-hour streams, or I would never stream overnight, because I would say it's more enjoyable if I just decide to go to bed and then wake up in the morning and then stream for another 10 hours the next day. Like, why would I want to necessarily do it this way? Like, I find that it sort of gets unfun at a certain point when you get to do that. Like, people say this isn't too good, but I mean, again, a lot of things I have aren't going to be good, but okay, dude. Okay. We haven't seen that card like much over the course of this playthrough, and now all of a sudden today we're just seeing it spammed. Like, are we playing the same people over and over, or what? Like, what is that shit? And you will end up seeing the same cards even more than in most games. Like, oh, the meta is stale. Because why? Because you because of the simple fact that you have I don't know what the fuck to do, man. I don't know why I just had like a flashback to Beautiful Joe. What must this is like a psychological analysis moment. What could have just happened in the game now that I had like some random associative moment to Beautiful Joe, which is like some game that I never beat for the GameCube, where it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It has this really bizarre art style and this guy's running around beating shit up with his bare hands and stuff. It had a pretty cool vibe to it. It almost makes me think of like WarioWare or something, just with the weird over-the-top element. I wonder what it was. Like, you should try to study stuff like that. You get like a deja vu moment or whatever, or like a subliminal thing, like, oh, I just thought of this all of a sudden, and you don't realize why, but then you do realize why, because like, oh, you'll look back and say, oh, I saw like a sign for it or a poster for it or something. Okay, so you get the little strike through. Let's just try to run the streak as long as we can. 3-game streak is all I need, but I've had well over that in terms of a 3-game losing streak. And again, these people always double up, triple up cards on my dumb ass, because you're able to easily outvalue me. That's also good, but I almost want to do this. But now this won't actually have any attack value to it. I can just beat you with strike through value alone because you're so fucking stupid, but... And that's a pretty formidable board. In before you do that spray again, and there's nothing I can do about it. +1/+1 frenzy, okay. That doesn't really help you because the frenzy doesn't do shit in this situation. Right, none of this really matters. Nobody's gonna die there. This is gonna be okay. This is gonna be okay. Actually, board-wise, I'm doing fine, but hand-wise, they're just way too good. Right, there's nothing I can do. They were getting a little low. Now their health is back up to normal. The disco nut would be pretty good, but I think I'd rather do this still. Even as much as I, you know, you could almost do it to save that. He's gonna take so much. You know what? It's okay, because you're gonna take so much from that, including from the nut itself, that, and the strike through will be saved. You're gonna take at least 8. Okay, Frenzy's gonna do a little bit for you here. Or it's not really gonna do much at all, though. You're gonna be very low, though, because, again, the strike through is gonna happen. This is gonna, or are you gonna absorb the strike through? Okay, now that'll trigger it. You'll literally be, okay, but that's not even worth it, because now I have another one coming. Can I just damage my own nut, dude? All I have to do is bust my own nut and I'll win. I don't want to do it to that one, though. Like, fuck, there's nowhere good to do it. Because you can't make a walnut next door if you... Or no, I should have moved something first. I don't know what that play was, actually. I should have moved something first and then done it. Like there or something. Okay, we get it. He likes that card. How is he able to get that many like that, though? Wait, but how? Is he a hacker or what? Even if he is, he doesn't have an infinite brain. Okay, I don't get it. But any hit you're gonna do is still gonna kill you, so I don't understand. You still lost, or even before you do that, but I thought the disco nut, so I'm beating literal hackers, I guess. Because, like, how would you possibly get that many in your hand at once at that early stage, relatively early stage in the game? And again, how does that even help you? Because you're still paying the full brain cost for it. Bro, please let me win this one, please, dude. So then we can get to rank whatever the fuck, rank 26. Yeah, I pretty much give up, but I wish I had a little more faith, but it just doesn't feel like it. I don't know. It's obviously the deck. Like, I'm not going to say, oh, you know, haha, I made this one misplay here and there. It's not really about that, dude. Right, you can just tell, like, who is using it. You could prove me wrong, too. Get to rank 50 using this deck and this deck alone, or any of these decks. Like, none of them are good. They all suck, even though, again, some of them have very good cards. Sometimes I've beaten very good matches with them. It's still not exactly what you want. But I should be able to get still a lot farther than this. You know, I almost want to do this then, because... Just because of the simple fact that you're able to save the stupid ass thing from the deadly. Yeah, I never play the water chestnuts in the water anymore because it's just not worth it. It seemed like a cute play to make at the time, but... Okay, get the little strike through. I mean, the team up. Hurry up. And so that's okay. It does 1 damage to itself, so is that really worth it? And what you also get to do is tank all this. So the pace of this one is going okay. So I can certainly decide to... Okay, 3 and 5. The thing is, when I'm losing, it's not coming down to like, oh, it's so... Well, some of them are like that, where it's so tight. It's coming down more so to a larger process of... I don't know, just a larger process where you're basically able to see that, oh, you just have no chance. You couldn't possibly beat that deck. They're just doing something too crazy. Right, it's not like super up to you anyway. Okay, go here. Dino Roar shit. Might actually be worth it to just do that. Right, I mean, at least it's a good value proposition that they paid so much to still do it. My board is still looking pretty good. And you have the ability to do the Star Sword as well. Okay, of course they would have another one. To which I really can't do shit about it either. The Star Sword has to save me with his value, which is... You know, you could easily consider him a legendary, actually, but somehow he's not. Just with the impact he has and all the memes that he's generated. Okay, he's got a lot of good little dinosaurs here, but can I get an actual good amount of face damage in? And the answer is I can't seem to do that because you're not able to really... That seems always so much like a bug, the fact that you can play them for free when you get them, but it just doesn't feel like a natural mechanic. Like, you shouldn't be able to do that. Okay, that's good. Strike through. Okay. Okay, dude. Okay. What the fuck is this, dude? What the fuck is this? Oh, there goes the win streak. Now I'd have to win 2 more still. Bro, like, what is it that I'm missing, man? I was doing so well for some of these segments, like... Or at least I could beat higher opponents at times, but this one I'm just getting fucked. I don't know what to tell you. I'll just get to rank 26. I don't know, man. I'm making this look maybe harder than what it is, but again, just keep in mind the formats. And again, I'm not the type to use that as an excuse, because that's the whole point. You got to take the good with the bad, but it goes without saying. It's just like... I don't get it, because some of these I just can't do anything about. You saw the value that guy had in the late game. There was nothing you could possibly do. Right. Just disconnect, bro. I almost should have done the infinity clones and then waited and then guaranteed that I could play that the next turn, but this is also a sick combo. If you do this and then play that, it still counts for the effect. And so you're able to basically do it in such a way that... Okay, what is happening? Am I disconnecting or something? Or sometimes the music will bug out like that too. Right, why is it just looping like that? When the game just doesn't want you to win either, it'll fucking stall me out like this. Bro, just disconnect. Just fucking disconnect. Okay, we get the legendary, we get the thing, just do it. Yeah, that's good. That's +2 and it hurts the way here. 100 card that costs 2 or less. I mean, you can't get more casual than this either from that perspective. Like, a card game is itself kind of a casual thing to do from a certain point of view. Right now we won't get the value from that, which is kind of bullshit. Okay, so we can't forget that the goal of this is aggro, because sometimes you do forget with how stupid this can be. Dino Roar +2. I love the reactions to legendaries, like the smash when he sees one on the other side. Yeah, I'm not entirely confident here because I feel like something's just not looking right. You could sort of exploit the fact that you sometimes are taking advantage of these lower ranked matchups, but even with doing that, you're not really able to do much. Alright, that doesn't bother me too much. You'll hit him in the face, you'll get the conjuration, you have a good board, and I don't care too much about that 3-3. Or, I don't know. This is pretty underwhelming of a card to get, actually. While in an environment, first time does damage, deal 1 damage to each plant. I don't know if that was really even worth doing. I might have been better off just doing maybe the 4-1, I don't know. Little dino on dino action, and you're able to basically you can always use the bounce here, or you could do bullseye. Or no, zombies with 2 or less, which won't really even come into play in a meaningful way because you're able to do it like try zombie with lowest health. Wait, but why do you get to choose? It's tied between those 3, so fuck it. Let me guess, they're still gonna come back and win this somehow. Like we've had so many of those games where, oh, this is all part of his master plan, and just fuck it. Okay, down to 1. The bounce should probably clinch it too. You would think you wouldn't even need to do that, but let's see what happens. Whatever you play is going to end up there, so you have to deal with that first. This can be such a difficult card to deal with. Right, it just, no matter what you do. The art of these almost matches each other. Like this is some celestial shit in space near a black hole anyway. Okay, can you just hurry up? Yeah, if it was that hard to get from rank 25 to 26, I don't think I'm exactly too happy about this. Bro, come on. Oh my god, this guy is so fucking slow. From the beginning, he was doing this shit too. And why would you even do that when you could try to block it here? What, you're gonna try to OTK my dumbass, but it's not even gonna do anything? Why wouldn't you just decide to at least try to block this? Oh, I guess you couldn't because you would have on one hand gotten absorbed there by that stupid black hole. This game is starting to feel like a black hole that I can't escape from at this point. My only way to escape is defeat, I guess, because it's just ridiculous. Bro, rank 4 too? You're trying to... Like, I'm done. I'm too tired. I'll just win this one and I'm done. Fucking with this whole challenge. I can't fucking do it, man. Like, what the fuck do you think I am at this point that I can do this for this long? And again, the thing that would make it easier is if, oh, I'm using a much better deck, so now I can breeze through it, but... I could literally do that Hearthstone run in a quicker period of time. I could literally do a million things in a quicker period of time. But again, I'm trying to take something that maybe doesn't belong here and trying to do it anyway. And the way that you could discover that is by saying that, I don't know, a blade of grass. That's actually a pretty good name in this whole context, but why would you even do that when you know it's gonna die just to tank it, I guess? Rank 4 bronze plays, but technically wood plays. I think it's called wood rank. You're able to basically do it in such a way that you have the ability to whatever. We're doing fine. That'll trade in. This thing's sticking around. This is fine. That's not an imp, obviously. I don't mind doing that. Just do it for the card draw. This is pretty fun. This should be pretty good too. Just go full face, full commitment. This is a pretty handy card too that I got relatively recently. Maybe this whole rotation of changing the heroes is what fucks me over, but not really, because if you're on a win streak anyway, then you wouldn't have to change, so it wouldn't matter. It's to create sort of a pecking order too. It's like who is better at whatever you do with respect to, you know. Right, like if you're not good enough, then we'll keep it accountable and make sure we get somebody who is good enough. You can't just keep dancing around it. Now they're gonna end up rushing me down because I'm gonna somehow fuck up. Like, that'll be their chance of beating a higher ranked player the same way that I always beat higher ranked players with aggro as well. But maybe this is just a bad time to play it. Friday night is a hot spot of try hard whatever. All the kids playing before the weekend. Okay, that's good. You should just win in a basic sense here. Like, they're just gonna burn out. You just win on basic value. Sometimes this can be bad though, because it cucks your ability to actually play anything else. So this was a very bad session though, regardless, and I'm not too happy about it. I don't really know what to do with that. You should be pretty much dead with this even. Like, would that really be worth it? I don't even know. Let's just wait. You go ahead, you'll make another 1-1, you'll trade into here. Wasn't actually a very efficient turn, actually. Maybe I should have cleared that out. But I kind of wanted the board to empty out because you're playing right into my hands. By clearing my board, you allow me to play this, so fuck it. Right, it's still good. I'm just assuming they won't have enough value to keep up with this, but who knows what they do. This is a pretty unique artifact. That is pretty fun. Even if it maybe mucks up your board a bit too much. Even the animation of that is really sick. You got 5 damage incoming. Let's see what he's got. Yeah, everybody always would say Green Shadow's a female. I don't know if that's a troll or what. Like, now you're gonna tell me Solar Flare is a male. Or Rose is a male. Like, what the fuck, dude? Or you could even do it just with the simple thing here. With respect to finishing them with that. Right, I should have done that basically the opposite, but it shouldn't matter. It should be over now. So we would successfully get to rank 26, and I would keep going, but I'm way too fucking tired. It just shows you what a casual clown I am, though. Right, it's not necessarily the game's fault, even. Or like we'd be on a win streak, so let's try to keep going and milk it. But that is one of my things, pet peeves maybe. Like I don't enjoy stuff when I'm tired. Right? It's not even that I can't do it. It's like I won't even have fun doing it if I feel like. Let's see if my streak will be broken, but at least we made some form of progress, even as dumb as that was. If I have to spend 2 hours to get one rank, I can gladly concede the run. That's not how it should go. I was expecting like, okay, I'll get to rank 30 here, right, in this session. So what rank is this clown? They're rank 23. A good start, excellent start for the aggro style. And then you're able to basically do this. And just assuming they won't be able to deal with too much here. Any sort of AoE is really bad. Like, would you really be willing to do that though when I'm doing so much damage to the face? You didn't even block that either. What the fuck? Yeah, I could easily finish you off if I just play the fucking clown here. Or even like this. Couldn't I 2, 4? It would actually be enough. Like, what would be stopping me from finishing off here? Turn 3 kill. Or you? Okay, dude. Fuck. I wasted my whole turn because I did that. Yeah, I was just assuming they'd have absolutely nothing that they can do. I almost deserve to lose after a shitty play like that. Okay, they have a lot more removal than I guess I'm giving them credit for. Move a plan, he gets 4 health, okay. Okay, you would have the potential to do this, but you don't know about the block meter. And so now you have the ability to avoid the shit as much as possible, just ghost the plants. You would have this, but you want to trigger the block meter first. Is that too much to ask or what, dude? I still don't feel like I can do it because you have to wait. It's possible it wouldn't trigger the block meter, but I can't rely on that fact. Now you can rely on it, but they're gonna heal or do some other shit just to stall it out for the rest of my natural life. And the way that you do that, I love how it targets a certain lane there like it matters, like it does that with something else. I can't remember. Now look, dude. All I have to do is fucking play this, so just don't do anything to stop it. Like, how hard can it be, dude? Bro. Or it should have given me like an extended win streak bonus too, shouldn't it? Like it got me to 26 on the nose. It should have gotten me to like 26 plus 1 there. So this is 2. Just try to milk this good streak as far as I can go, but I almost don't even want to, man. I guess this is what it'll take. I didn't realize I'd be this fucking fed up with it, man. Get to 27 at least. That'll be a little consolation. If I win 2 more, I'll just go till I lose this infinity. Or if I get to 27, maybe I'm satisfied. But yeah, see, like if I win 2 in a row now, it won't just get me to 27. It should get me to 27 plus 1 because it'll be 4 and then 6 basically. Right on the count here. Or now they're gonna try to sabotage me by not even giving me a matchup. I can open a pack too, and I kind of maybe have to make the best of those if I... Okay, only a rank 9. But the fact that it's rose means it could be anything. You never know what to expect with that. Yeah, nice aggro deck, by the way. Nice hand, man. The game just doesn't want me to win. It's actually throttling me. I can just tell. This session has been completely like... What the fuck is going on, man? Like, how? How is it possible? You might question, why do I always play stuff in the second lane every time too? Like the whole playthrough, what is my instinct with that? It's sort of a reverse psychology thing. You'd say, oh, I'm aggro or whatever, I'm trying to play in the farthest left lane, right? But the reason why you don't play in the farthest left lane deliberately is because you know that they're going to play in the farthest left lane to try to counter what you're doing or to try to do it themselves. And you also don't want to play in the middle because of Green Shadow's effect and other, superpowers and stuff like that. So 1 and 3 are like too obvious and too conspicuous. This one is sort of too far away. So lane 2 is actually the best lane because it's not the best lane, because lane 1 would be the best lane because you get the damage in first. But you know they're going to play there to try to counter that fact or to take advantage of it themselves. So therefore lane 2 is the best because of that. And lane 3 is obviously too conspicuous and too obvious and too central. So it'll be too much of a point of attention. He's really rocking in sync with the music too. Why would you even do that? Because of the effect, I guess. But everybody loves some of these fucking buff cards, though. You see that one guy use it like 3 times in a row. You could actually do this, but that's fine. Do that and do like the attack buff here. So I like my board, but I also realize what Rose can sometimes do is very annoying. Prosciutto, isn't that like some kind of food item that I probably learned from Gordon Ramsay? There's all these AI Gordon Ramsay videos that are fucking almost disturbing as hell. Uncanny Valley, like where he's cutting his hand and using that as ketchup or something, or at least that's what it looks like. Okay, can we just +3 +1? Let's actually do that because what we get to do is double. We can do the double with that and with this. And the way that you can do that is you can basically decide to okay, well, I don't even care about that as much. What I care about is you're gonna have the ability to do both of those, and you should pretty much be dead by then, or you'll get saved by this stupid ass block meter, but you don't. Okay, not bad. One more and we're 27, so this is all it takes. A nice little win streak of some variety. You just gotta kind of fight through the adversity a bit. Oh boy. Okay, rank 36 doesn't really bother me too much. Wall Knight can be a little tricky to deal with here. So you arguably might want to keep that, but I don't really care. I'd rather have a bias towards the earlier plays, slower plays. I mean, not slower, cheaper plays. Now we can double whack his face with this, or even kill whatever he summons. Some of these people try harding and roping on the first turn, like almost hourglassing where they run out of time just because, like, what are you thinking about so long, dude? Genti del Hamber. Jeanette del Hamber. What was that game I was playing where they say, like, don't use your real name? And I'm like, what the fuck? Why does that matter? Because you wouldn't use your full name anyway. It's like little kids who've never used something online before, and you'd somehow be perplexed by that. Okay, bro, why is everybody doing this? But just give me a free... Oh, fuck it, I won't complain. Give me a free disconnect. That was a good recovery then. Like, I was struggling to get from 25 to 26, but then we immediately got to 27. Oh, shit. Let's just lag switch him out of here. Okay, that's the little boost we needed. I'll even keep going, too. Yeah, this can be so irritating sometimes. Like just sort of the back and forth element that we're getting into. But I mean, I was dealing with that from rank 20 to 25 too, so it's not like it's something new. I don't know why I did that so much easier. As soon as I hit 25, I got screwed, and it really has nothing to do with it because your matchups are so arbitrary anyway. In most normal card games, it would be like, oh yeah, you hit a certain rank, now the matchups get tougher because you're playing somebody at that rank and above or closer to it. But you're rank 10 and you're playing a rank 40. You're rank 40 and you'll be playing a rank 10. It doesn't matter. At least these are relatively close, like up or down for now, but what is going on? I might be unintentionally lag switching people out. That would be my best chance to win. What the fuck is this? Oh, it almost happened. It did actually happen once where my stream crashed and my internet actually did go out for a second and it caused the other person to lose. Or at least it said your opponent has disconnected victory, but it didn't give me a star, so maybe it knew that I was trying to lag switch them clearly. Okay, this is at least a nice streak. This might be one of the longest streaks we've ever had in the whole playthrough, or at least, you know, certainly as part of this last season. You know, just even though some of them might have been disconnects, some of them have been legitimate. So Infinity, as much trash as I talk about him and say, oh, he's my least favorite zombie, he's come through with some pretty clutch performances, but you can never count out the value of aggro here, where it's just very can catch people off guard. You know, combustible at least I respect, right? Solar Flare and Infinity I don't even like, but they sometimes come out with these clutch performances. And so you have this, you have this. I don't know why I'm saving the amphibious so long, but this is what you really need to do, is just milk one win streak all the way through and you'll be fine. Yeah, that's funny. I was getting more viewers for this series though, like when I was playing it less, or when I was playing it you know, casually. Now when I'm taking it seriously, when we're in the hardcore phase, we are, you know, now it's not as much interest, but maybe just because my schedule is so random, nobody's expecting me to even do it. But no, I have to be very grateful for the YouTube element here, right, where this has been a great YouTube series. And I sort of look at YouTube like I'm just doing it as a bonus. It's not like it matters, but that might have actually been better for whatever. But yeah, it's been very good on there. That was at least an expensive play, and of course you buff that up adequately so their death is not in vain. And so now you'd be very close to or no, oh fuck, that's not what I meant to do, because okay, whatever, they had the healing anyway. I was thinking that'd be cute because I would get that in first or something with the bullseye aspect, but you should be dead pretty much for all intents and purposes, but I kind of fucked up a little bit there. Okay, now you would have the trick capability to kill them, or at least pop the stupid ass block meter. There really is no point in even doing that. Like, sometimes they'll do that just to play. Oh no. Okay, dude. Okay. What the fuck is that, dude? What the fuck is that? You've got to be joking. I've seen that interaction before, but like, dude, the timing of it is like, what am I witnessing, man? What am I witnessing in the game right now? Like, really? Oh, if they didn't do that exact play, they were guaranteed to die, but... okay, he's gonna do it again. What are you gonna summon? Okay, this is like... when a plane gets hurt, destroy it, and you also have the ability to, I don't know... This dude is still going to keep getting stronger, the Frankenstein, and he doesn't seem to be doing a ton about it, so you'd still have a chance here, but I'm more so just baffled by what the fuck is even happening. Because I can't even believe it. You'd be very low, but you still won't die, and I don't think I'll have a chance here. Maybe he still can't deal with that, like... but again, it won't matter because you're still going to survive. It seems hard to believe that they wouldn't have had a removal for that, though, actually. Like, at least, like, when I lose, look at how I lost. I lost to the fucking simple fact of, that fucking bonkers play. I'm surprised he just didn't have an answer for that, though, still. Of course, it couldn't be one there that could have potentially hit him. So now, no block meter, so if you can't deal with the Frankenstein, I still would win, but I just want you to appreciate what madness we just had to go through. The strike through would easily kill me, so I'm sure they'll have an answer for this. As they do for everything, always, all the time. $15,800. You're trying to tell me you don't have remove? Okay. I mean, that didn't even really matter. It was just more so the fact that you played something there. I mean, that's just depressing because, like, look at the situation that we had. Like, what is that shit, bro? What rank am I now? 27. So yeah, we played 2 hours plus for 2 ranks. At least we had a little good streak there, but I mean... I love the way that I'm losing these. Like, ah yes, of course, just gain 20 health and fuck off. Here, let me look at a pack here. Jesus Christ, this is getting annoying. Gravestone pack, 6 zombie cards. Sure, I'll try it, I guess. As long as there's something in there that I want, which there almost isn't. Some of these gargantuas are cool. I'll just do it just for the variety of it, I guess. Or it's been bugging out lately where it'll say I don't have enough gems, even though I clearly do. Okay, this is all good. This is good, but I already have... okay, I already had all that. 2 days, 6 hours left. Brain freeze pack. I don't like that name for him though, actually. That sounds more like a deck idea that you would get. Like, oh, one of his strategy decks is called Brain Freeze, but not him as a character itself. Loves ice cream, snowstorms, and brains, not necessarily in that order. He believes in good things come in small packages and in threes. And the Smash enjoys smashing. Yeah, really inspired flavor text there. His most heroic quality is his hairstyle. This is little known fact oh, it is a she. What the fuck? Doesn't look like that at all. Although I guess the voice kind of does. When she takes off the cape and the mask, she goes by the name Penelope. Good one. Oh, that's actually good. Hey, welcome back. Yeah, we can do another one. Sure. Solar Flare. I don't think I've even read some of these, actually. When she's on fire, and so are the zombies. He's a great guy. He just sometimes has a hard time coming out of his shell. If you want to see him blow his top, try calling him Stumpy. Go on, try it. Okay, so who did we have? We have Infinity, so we'll go back to the Yeti on that side. And on the plant side, we would go to Green Shadow, I suppose. The Yeti, Green Shadow. That was such a demoralizing first hour, though. Like, I'm just stuck at rank 25, and then I finally make a streak. Yeah, sure. So we keep the run alive because I was starting to really doubt it. And every, you know, if I get one more rank, it'll be the highest rank I've ever been because, you know, I've never even had been past rank 20. But yeah, it's interesting to see what they choose even as the ranked pictures. Like some of these I disagree with. The Brain Vendor is a 3 cost, and so is that. So like they're not exactly in the right order if they're quality or value. I sometimes disagree with that with Hearthstone. Like they won't put the best pictures to represent everything. Like obviously these two are fine, but also I was criticizing the fact that the plants get too much representation here. Every single thing here is a plant besides that. You're clowning the zombies by showing, oh, the zombie chicken, but you got a baby walnut, you got a sunflower, you got that thing, spine apple, you got the 6 whatever, the chomzilla, and then the dragon fruit. So where's the fucking zombie representation? They're just clowning them. Okay, let's see. 0 basilisk. Whoops. What the fuck? Well, I guess we also sent one to the original 0 basilisk, who didn't have to put anything at the end of his name. Okay, let's see what we got here. And now I seem like an expert on the game, but really it just has more to do with me playing more than I typically ever have. This is probably my favorite deck name too. It's so simple, but it seems so perfect for him. Peas and Quiet. Yeah, that joke title I did for one of these, like peed in their face. I'm peeing in the zombie's face, but it means like you're shooting a pea at them, and you can even spell it like that. It's just like a little wordplay. Oh, it's a bug? Okay. Let me try to challenge him. Yeah, they have one job in a multiplayer game to make sure the multiplayer works, but this always happens. This is kind of a good throwback thing, though, like making me remember what it was like to fucking take something seriously, because everything I do now is so fragmented and casual. What? It's not working at all, huh? Wait, where did he even go? Oh, there. That's so weird. Maybe I should reset my thing. Oh, okay, he's resetting. I'll wait. Yeah, let's review these titles. Peas and Quiet, Nuts of Steel, which is not exactly that inspired. Blue Ball, or I have even some alternate ones. Dark Matter, a disgusting act would be to do with Repeat Moss, a disgusting act by Repeat Moss. Miracle Grow, which I don't know if that's my title or... I don't remember actually putting that. Looks like your friend is busy right now. Dark Matter, Freeze a Crowd, I've been waiting. That one, it seems like mine. Nuts of Steel, Blue Ball, Disco Ball, Laser Nut, Combustible, I like. Boiling Point, Blinding Sunlight, and then you have the zombie ones aren't exactly very inspired either. It's Your Funeral, Bad Manners Rising, Share the Brains, Whiteout. Not really very inspired either. Okay, let me restart as well just to see what's going on with this. At least I made some amount of progress, but now I'm really too tired to even try to get to rank 30, so I just give up. I'll just play this one and go to sleep. I'm too much of a fucking old, filthy, casual clown at this stage in my life that I can't handle a casual card game, mobile exclusive. Well, the ultimate karma for me always saying that is the fact that now I'll be, you know, I'll end up losing, or I'll fail the challenge and have to delete my account, but whatever, it's only fitting. Yeah, I'm not getting the request right away. Or now I'm not even showing that he's online. Okay, try once more if you can. That is so weird how it always does this. Astro, Skittles, Rainbow. Yeah, look at me. I'm actually better than all my friends except for obviously these two. But at least I'm within striking distance of you, man. This guy's just an absolute tryhard. Fuck, he was on for a millisecond, then it went away. What is with this game, dude? Yeah, I can't believe I've never gotten a hero from a pack in my whole time playing this. I would be willing to incorporate it that way if I could. I didn't even try to challenge him, so why is it saying looks like your friend is busy? What the fuck, dude? The one thing that people are so passionate about, that they love this game, they won't even let you, at least they didn't take it offline, but I mean, that's a small concession for a game that was sort of unfinished in development. That's even weirder. It's one thing if the matchups don't work, but the fact that he doesn't even show up as online. Let me try to do it before he disappears. How is he busy if you're... And then sometimes it'll bug out on this screen too. Okay, here we go. Green Shadow. I cannot believe that, though. I thought people were trolling me by saying, oh, Green Shadow's a girl. But it actually says it even in the flavor text. I mean, I guess you can't tell with the mask and everything, but still, it's kind of weird. Okay, we're getting a little cucked with the whole 3 cost there. Just gotta play it out a little disciplined, judicious style. Time to play here, gravestones. That will be an adequate leafy synergy, but I don't see... Yeah, I wish I could have done that just because that would have been cute, but it's too bad. You can do this because he's gonna be there anyway. Like, I'm gonna have to use this on the stupid ass chicken. This is 1. Your hand gets +1/+1. 1 playing gain strength or health. You could do this again actually, and then oh shit. Okay, that's fine. I'm very happy about the leafy value that we're getting here though. Or again, I would love to do that, but you just can't because he's gonna keep eating death. If you do it, it just absorbs it, you know, the gravestone. It's not like it'll hit them through it. Or wait, that was a bait. I was expecting the chicken again. Who's zombie gets +1, doesn't really matter. Oh shit. That's not too big of a deal either. But no, I think our value from that leafy stuff alone is going to carry me the whole game. I rarely get both of them. Alright, this will probably be pretty good. Zombies real, you get +2/+2. He applies to himself. And so this will at least be an adequate trade. And so you're able to kill both of them perfectly fine. And their hand is drying out a little bit. Yeah, that worked out pretty well, although I am pretty low on health, and I'm not too happy about that. This would almost finish them off. This is kind of useless for now. I could do this, and I could even do the face thing too, so it's like... that probably would be good. Or... well, it's not exactly what I expected. That's a random plant, okay. Yeah, once you get in this mode where they're so low on cards, then it really does favor me. Especially if I got the Dark Matter Dragon Fruits. Okay, that's fine. Not going to be a cowboy OTK moment. Unless they have some trick to ensure that. Yeah, maybe this was just a tough time of night to play because I got destroyed by the... whatever, I got destroyed by the good game. Whatever, most of the matchups, but I guess it sort of is random a little bit. Okay, so 27. Maybe if I get to 30 tomorrow, it won't be that big of a deal. Let me actually try another one here, as long as I'm just going to pass out and fall asleep on stream. Okay, we got a 1, 2. The 4, I don't mind. We got a 1, 2, 3, 4. It's okay with me. This is animal. That's an oxymoron. An animal plant. There's no such thing. If it's a plant, it can't be an animal. Even the little kids who play this game would know that much about the animal kingdoms or the genomes or whatever that I've even forgotten. You're very bad? No, you played well. Let's see what we got. Team up, +1/+1 when you play a plant. Let's actually maybe wait, or... we're not going to get the leafy thing though, so I don't know actually. Okay, I like the way he's playing sort of slowly here. So I would love to do that, but I don't want to because... I'll wait. I'm not entirely happy about that because I should have maybe saved it, but I can't really worry about it. And they, of course, reuse this model for the magic beanstalk thing. Typical beanstalk. Alright, that's fine. We're gonna go here. It'll still keep getting buffed, though. That's the whole beauty of it. I'm gonna leave this engineer guy around for way too long, and it's gonna be my demise. But at least the pace of this seems to be okay. I'll trade into that pretty favorably, unless you have another trick. Which is exactly the kind of deck where they will have a million tricks. Try playing with 2 or less. Okay, fine. You at least use 2 pieces of removal on the same thing, basically. The debuff and then that, so... this is good. This is good. Doubling the attack could be pretty lethal here as well. This is very good value. Regardless of what they do. Not really the time for them to be playing that. I don't see what good that's going to do. A lot of people use this stupid virus thing, but I don't really get it. It doesn't ever really help them. Or the one dude plays like 3 times in a row and then loses. Like, what the hell did it do for you? And people say hackers use that too. Like, you know, you'll have like 40 of them in your deck and that's all you have, but like that doesn't mean it's good. Okay, but I am worried about that. We'll probably just freeze them. You're able to basically go here, go here, go here. They should be pretty much dead, but they do have 8 brains left to try to salvage this. When you play your first trick each turn, okay, you're just dead. Beautiful. Or you could still absorb it with the block meter. Okay, I maybe spoke too soon. It doesn't seem like they should be able to do a whole lot. That frenzy might kill me though. Each time's oh no. No. Okay. Dude, the way, at least this is why it's good doing this on video and stream and stuff. Like, at least it's immortalized. Look at some of the ways that I'm losing these games. Like that last one with the Astro Vera and stuff. These are at least exciting, epic fucking encounters. So, whatever. See you tomorrow.